Hello, this is Film Nerd Talks Films, and I love films. And this is my uh, review for Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Now, this film is regarded as the best of the prequels. As far as the prequels go, this one's the best. And I'm not about to argue with that. It's true. That stands pretty much true. That stands pretty much true. For a few reasons. So, the opening 22 minutes of this film are absolutely, as far as prequels go, absolutely incredible. They're really fun. There's actual stuff happening. You have your space battles. You have a space battle going on, lightsaber duels. You have lightsaber duels. General Grievous, is quite. I think he has a nice presence as a character, and I like the scene with him. Although, yeah, he mysteriously vanishes. Weirdly enough. Goes somewhere, but he I think he has a nice presence as a character. The acting is instantly better. The chemistry between Anakin and Obi-Wan is much improved. It actually feels like they were friends once upon a time. You can actually believe that by this film, because it just feels, because of the better dialogue, and it flows better and it feels more natural. Obi-Wan doesn't feel like an uptight, strict master, and Anakin doesn't feel as whiny, although he definitely has his moments in this film. So yeah, a great opening 22 minutes. Battle droids are being cut in half. There's a R2 D2 killing the two security droids. The bit with the elevator. Or it's all there's actual stuff happening, and it's pretty entertaining. All ending with a spectacular segment when half a ship crash lands in Coruscant. So 22 minutes in, and I'm thinking, revisiting this film wasn't so bad. Another good thing about this film is even less Jar Jar Binks, which is great, for reasons I think, we all know why, Even less Jar Jar Binks, absolutely, brilliant. And in terms of the acting, Hayden Christensen, not only has his chemistry improved with Obi-Wan, but his acting as a whole, I love the scene when Padme tells him that she's pregnant, because I love how he responds. I love the I love how we see all the varying emotions on his face at that moment. That he's happy, he's scared, he's surprised, exasperated. You can see his face really. On his face, you can really see a man who's just been given this very sudden news. It's really great. So his acting in this film, as far as his acting goes in previous prequels, he's pretty good. Still not, much improved. And then there's obviously the scene in Coruscant when Padme and Anakin are stirring at each other from across the sea. I think that's a very beautiful and very powerful scene, and I think both Natalie Portman and Hayden Christensen do do a pretty good job in that scene. I really feel the I really feel it really feels like a tragic scene, and I really feel the pain for those characters. And I love the musical score on that scene as well. It really sets an eeriness. It really sets a certain eeriness to really like communicates to us that something dark is on the horizon for both these characters. Which speaking of that, also like then there's the Order 66. That scene is also really great because of the music. It really adds a lot of gravitas to the situation. It makes me feel really sad about what's happening. So yeah, I think the Order 66 scene has a lot of weight to it as well. But I think music and lighting, lighting in this film too. Like when Padme tells Anakin that she's pregnant, I love the lighting on both their faces. Well, not lighting, the shadows on their faces that communicate to us that something dark is on the horizon for these two characters. I also like the scene when Palpatine and Anakin are walking towards the camera, and it's a very sort of darkly lit area, and they walk into the shadows together to once again to communicate with us that Palpatine is leading Anakin down a dark path. So shadows and music, really good in this film. The CGI is improved-ish, and I feel more immersed into the environment, because like I said before, there's actually something happening. Like on the Wookiee homeworld, we got, even if they are CGI vehicles, we've got vehicles moving around. Wookiees swinging on, Wookiees swinging around. Clone troopers on the march. You got Obi-Wan on the lizard jumping from mountain to mountain. It still looks reasonably fake, but I feel more endorsed. I feel more endorsed into the environment. I feel like I could go to these places, kind of, So better CGI, but overall still looks pretty damn fake. I gotta be honest. Obviously, Obi-Wan in this film, speaking of Obi-Wan, does a great job. Yeah, so there's a lot of merits to this film, I would say. There's a lot of merits to this film. But there's I was surprised as to how many merits there actually was when I was taking down my notes. But in terms of the CGI though, those horrible CGI backdrop screens, once again, what bothers me is that we have a character stood in front of this window. They usually stood in front of a window, of course, and you have all this street traffic, all this space traffic in the background. Same thing when they're on the ship with, when they're saving the Chancellor. You can see all the ships flying around, and you can tell it's fake. One, because it's just too big. It just looks too huge, and two, because nothing's being communicated with, nothing's being touched. It just doesn't look real at all. It looks flat. It looks awful and flat. So the lack of communication with the environment, I mean, that's an issue. That's been an issue since day one, and that's why it looks so fake. Because you've seen this this background, but that can't be walked around on, and you know it. This is why I'm so glad that The Force Awakens went back to filming on set, on actual sets. It's such a relief, you know. It's incredible. It's amazing, you know. It's such a relief that they did that. The dialogue is much improved. A few little lines here and there that are very clunky, like when Anakin and Padme talk about politics for that one scene. You know, it's just the dialogue comes off as kind of clunky, but much improved dialogue. Oh, overall, on the whole, it's still, the character's still talking that boring monotone voice though, good half the time. 1 minute. Sorry, just I forgot what let's see. Sorry. 1 minute. I didn't. I've got my notes here, and I just don't want to miss anything. Okay, so I mentioned CGI still looks pretty damn fake. Yeah, so the romance still feels awkward, and I think in this film, it feels like it's Padme's turn to be cheesy, and you know, say something stupid like when she says, when Anakin says, "You're so beautiful," and she responds with, "That's only because I'm so in love." It's like, oh god. Awful, just awful. So yeah, the dialogue, you know, still feels very much, the romantic dialogue between those two still